this month, 1 month later from when I did this exact video 1 month ago, to say, guess what? I'm gonna start to work online and I want you to join me because it's time for you to radically take your life back into your own hands. It is time for you to break your addiction with food, and I know you have one. You're watching this, I know you have one. Because we all do. Humans today are so overly addicted to food, and when we can just for a second take a break from it and do something like a really cool online juice cleanse program, then all of a sudden we become powerful again. We remember that there's this light shining directly over our head and that we have an ability to be whole in and of ourselves, and we don't need to go into these addictive patterns of falling into food and allowing that to seduce us and have this power over us. When we return to our body and truly our superhuman potential, all of a sudden we remember what it feels like to feel vital and alive. And so that is, ladies and gentlemen, that super vague vital aliveness is what I sell. That's what I'm in the business of. And so the thing is that it's not a product. It's nothing that I can mail to your house. It's something that we do in a process together when you come with me and we hang out for a week. The good news is you don't have to buy a plane ticket to do that anymore. And so it's going to be super amazing. As everyone here in studio is going through transformation, you will create this online community of people. And last month when I made this video and I was talking to you about it, I had this idea and this vision and I wasn't sure if it would work. And let me tell you, it worked even better than I could have even tried to make it work. That the people who showed up brought such beauty and authenticity, integrity in their own process and willingness to share and to open up and say, really, what am I doing here as a human? Something I said in the video last month, with which I'll say again right now, is that guess what? Most of you watching this, at least half, if not way more than half, within a period of 5 years, will be diagnosed with some kind of disease. That is the reality. That is the data that we are currently discovering. That people today, I mean, if we even look at obesity, I read a statistic the other day that said 70% of American adults are obese. And hopefully you watching this, maybe you're not in the United States and you're like, yeah, okay, that's them over there, but guess what? Where the US goes, the whole world follows, and that's just the natural evolution of global capitalism and the commodification of our health and our food. And so if you would like to step outside of that paradigm and find some bearings in order to harness yourself to that strength inside of yourself, a superhuman vitality that is so available to you, please go ahead and click through now. And if you do it now, you will have the opportunity to get an included astrology reading with me, and we'll do a little call if you want to empower this journey even further. So here to open registration, dun, 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 dun. I'm opening it. It's open now. Go ahead. Go ahead. Come join me. Make this dedication to yourself. And I can't tell you, like, there is no other time than right now. That's the thing, because we could put this off and say, oh no, now she's doing these every month. I'll just wait till next month. I'm not going to do it next month. I will not do one of these next month. I promise. And so it's a grand opportunity for me to have this. What I want you to do is join me. That's it. This is an investment that you're making in yourself. So if you can buy yourself an early birthday gift, if you can buy someone you love an early birthday gift, this is literally the best thing that you could ever do for them. I've been running a special private retreat this week for a corporate group of, I mean, they're all entrepreneurs. They're super amazing, powerful people. And the way in which this works is that you bring someone in, like you watching this, yes, you come in and you're like, I don't really need to change anything. I eat a pretty healthy lifestyle. Raise your hand if you would say that. Yes, I know that most of you would, because I know that most clients who come into my office sit down and say, oh, I'm pretty healthy, right? When indeed the thing that I do is I take people who think they're healthy and I show them how much more vibrant, alive, and healthier they could be. Because inside of you is the most pristine, fullest fuel that you could ever want. It's called prana, life force energy, vitality. Because I want you to begin to wrap your life around that aliveness, around that feeling of like, yes, that you had when you were 6 years old, because that is who you are. That is what you are, and it's been way too long since you were 6 years old and disconnected from it. It's time to come back to it, ladies and gentlemen, and there is no better time than now. Last month, we had someone flying halfway across the world to business meetings on the other side of the world. I said, yes, do this, yes. And she said it was the most powerful thing that she could have done during that week was to be on this juice cleanse. You will have in your hand that gear shift mechanism. I don't know, I don't drive a manual car, that's embarrassing, right? But that will be able to show you if you want to go really hard and juice detox really hard, have minimal amounts, or if you want to do more like a juice feast and you'll be having way more juice dependent upon whatever your lifestyle is. So let me know what you're up for and we're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work for you, all right? So come, join me, enroll now, don't think, just jump. This is what life is about. It's about coming into touch with ourselves. That is something, again, that I can never put in a box and send you as a product. You would spend this money, way more, on the food that you would buy during 1 week. It's a time where we get to look at our collective aliveness and progression and our individual sense of creativity and self-love. And there really is no way to connect the two of them better than cleansing, coming back to yourself, letting go of all the chemical input that you're constantly putting in your body. You know that food makes you feel different. We are constantly dosing ourselves with drugs all day long, not only the coffee and the alcohol and the wine, right? But also the food that we eat. And so when we can take a break and say, hey, basta, 1 week, none. Just take a little break, and there's no room for fear here. Trust me, I will take your fear, I will crumble it up, and I will eat it and swallow it and digest it and poop it out so it can be composted into power. You connecting back into that source of power. I just said I'd eat your fear. I've never said that before. So if you're still watching, I mean, you've watched this far, like clearly something in here is like, hey, this crazy woman on this video is talking to me. She's singing my story of addiction to food, my story of needing to refine myself, my story of the time is now, if not now, when? And so because of this, I'm inviting you to join me, and I'm only accepting a limited amount of people, so it's not going to be open. We have amazing support this week, and I'm going to invite a few people from last month back into the cleanse with us. And in doing that, you're going to have this beautiful community of people who are just ready to love you. And it's so rich when we get to do something together because it's very different. I mean, anyone can go to a bookstore and buy a How to Juice Cleanse book. And then you go home and you're faced with like, oh my God, this is really scary. I don't know what to do. Oh, I feel this way and that way. And what if? And I'm here. Right? We have Q&As live every day. And I'll guide you through this. And then my intention is not to have you keep on coming back. My intention is actually to empower you so that you can use this as a tool to come back to your sense of vitality and aliveness anytime in the future, that you incorporate this into your life as a practice because you are powerful and you deserve to get a taste of that power, a taste of yourself frequently, often, fully, all the time. All the time. All right? So that's the invitation. Go ahead, sign up now while this video is still live. If you'd like a full astrology reading, download with your program. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And for anyone who's watching this who's a yoga teacher also, any kind of program that you do with me, any kind of workshop or online fast like this, it actually counts towards continuing education for body workers or yoga teachers in Yoga Alliance because I'm one of their registered somethings. If you need details, I'll get back to you seriously on details. Anyway, so I don't know what else I have to say. Like, come join me. This opportunity is here for you for a reason. You are still watching this now for a reason. You are freaking amazing, and I am going to bring you back in touch with that so that you believe it and can sing it from your heart center, loud and proud, and fall back in love with yourself. That's what happens on these retreats. You touch such an intimate part of yourself because you're not being distracted all the time by the chemical input of food. And that's huge. That is huge. And so come, I know you're curious, you're still watching. Go ahead, click on the link down below. We're gonna have fun. And I'm not gonna say it's gonna be like easy breezy. For some of you it will be. For at least a good handful of you it will be super easy breezy. Right? For others of you, you're gonna face things that are gonna help you to grow and expand far beyond where you ever thought you could go. If you could sit here with me 2 weeks from now, on the day when you break the fast, and all of a sudden realize that you are a completely different person, you have transformed from inside out because you feel amazing and you've reconnected to that sense of self. That's pretty epic. Let's do it. Let's talk in 2 weeks. Come back. Yeah? And I'll give a money back guarantee. If you don't feel that way, I'll send you back your money. No problem. I have such high success rates that I know that this stuff works. It works. So gorgeous people. I mean, this is the crossroads. This is the fork. This is, all right, disease, and I'm gonna do what my parents did. And I had a whole discussion with my mother this morning about how diseases are genetically inherited. That's actually declared not true now by science. The best epigeneticists, one of the best, of course, The Biology of Belief by Bruce Lipton. You have to read that book if you haven't yet. Bruce Lipton, who founded a lot of the epigenetics movement in the 60s, right? 1% or less, like 0.5% of disease is genetic. So guess what? If it's not genetic, but everyone else is getting it, and your mother got it, and her grandmother got it, right? What's it from? It's from how we're living. It's from how we approach the world. And so if you would like to take that crossroads and say, I don't want to live like that, I don't want to get old and sick like that, come join me. Let's go the other way. I believe in you. I really do. And if you don't believe in yourself, then we're going to work hard until you do. And it'll be fun work. It'll be easy work. It won't be hard work. All right? So I hope to see you soon. Go ahead and enroll. I will send you a confirmation. And if you're one of these 5 people, hallelujah, registrations have started coming in. So jump on the train if you want the astrology reading. Otherwise, we will talk soon. Let me know if you have any questions. You're gorgeous. And there is a sense of power, a source of like potency, of undeniable aliveness inside of you that wants to be touched, tickled, and awakened. Come have a sip of your own juices.